All right, welcome back. I want to talk about Bayo. Anybody know who Bayo Ogunlesi is? Anybody know who Bayo Ogunlesi? Mr. Bayo Ogunlesi. Anybody know what that is? Let me know if you know what that is in the chat. You know, I might introduce topics like this here and there every now and then, just so you know. Let me see. You know who Mr. Bayo Ogunlesi is? Anybody knows? Tell me if you know in the chat. I'm coming to the chat right now. Let's see. See this right here? Do you see this picture? You know who this guy is? Anybody know? You don't know what this guy is? Try it now. Try. Let me show you his face a little bit more. That's him and his wife, Bayo Ogunlesi. Try now. Somebody's Googling already. What's in Google? You don't do Google, Abby. Are you Googling? Mr. Bayo Ogunlesi is a 70-year-old man. He's married to Dr. Amelia. Let me come to the chat. No, you don't know. Okay, I'll let you know. I'll tell you what he is. Okay, Mr. Bayo Ogunlesi. So yeah, I might introduce topics like this every now and then, especially if it resonates with me, I will, you know. But Bayo Ogunlesi is the newest billionaire on the block. He's the newest Nigerian billionaire. They just offered to buy his company for $12 billion. It's now worth about $2.3 billion now. He's a Nigerian lawyer, Harvard, Oxford, all that, you know. He's a Nigerian lawyer and investment banker. He's currently chairman and managing partner of the private equity firm Global Infrastructure Partners. And basically the news broke out. Just it's been trending. Actually, it's been trending. And I thought it's you know, every now and then I just want to say something that we can all celebrate here, because all this negative news, you know. But I like that he also represents it represents something I can paint as an example for us here. Hold on 1 second. Let me see here. I'm trying to pull up the thing. There's a report earlier on that I saw on Cable Nigeria, something like that I'm trying to look for right now. I'll pull it up in a second. Just grant me 1 second. Grant me 1 second. We're going to talk about Mohbad today. Mohbad is trending right now. Random, willy-nilly, Mohbad is trending. Hold on 1 second. Let's see. Okay, I think I found it. All right, I found it. There you go. On the cable Nigeria, here's the report. Okay, Bayo Ogunlesi's net worth hits $2.3 billion after BlackRock agreed to buy GIP. That's the Global Infrastructure Company, something like that. Bayo Ogunlesi, founder of Global Infrastructure Partners, has been ranked among billionaires after BlackRock agreed to acquire his company for about $12.5 billion. Ogunlesi's net worth was revalued in a report by Bloomberg on Sunday, that's yesterday, 2 days after BlackRock agreed to buy Ogunlesi's GIP for billions of dollars in cash and stock. Described as BlackRock's largest deal in more than 10 years, the deal entails payment of $3 billion cash, liquid cash. So when they say it's worth $2.3 billion, he actually has, it's going to have $3 billion in cash and about 12 million shares worth $9.5 billion. Both companies are expected to close the deal in the third quarter of 2024. Following the agreement, Ogunlesi, who is also GIP's chief executive officer, is now worth $2.3 billion, joining the Bloomberg Billionaire Index. Ogunlesi is a Nigerian-born lawyer, investment banker, and businessman. He began his career as an attorney at the law firm of Cravath, Swain, and Moore in New York City before becoming an investment banker at First Boston, now Credit Suisse, and Goldman Sachs. In 2006, he founded Global Infrastructure Partners, a private equity firm that invests in infrastructure assets such as airports. I think his name might have come up sometimes ago. He's buying some kind of airport or something like that. I'm not sure. Anyway, invest in infrastructure assets such as airports, seaports, energy projects. Since then, the firm has expanded to become one of the world's leading infrastructure investment firms with over $70 billion in assets under management. Ogunlesi became the latest Nigerian to join the list of billionaires on Bloomberg's Invest Index, with Aliko Dangote leading with $15.3 billion, which makes him the richest person in Africa. Meanwhile, the number of Nigerian billionaires on the Forbes list has increased to 4 after the wealth tracker included Femi Otedola, the chairman of Geregu Power. Consequently, the total wealth held by the 4 Nigerian billionaires stood at $29.10 billion, 28% of the $103.7 billion the listed 20 African billionaires are valued as of Friday. Forbes is yet to add Ogunlesi to its billionaire list. All right. Now, as far as his early life, according to Wikipedia, he's from Makun, Shagamu, Ogun State. He's the son of Theophilus Ogunlesi, the first Nigerian professor of medicine at University of Ibadan. Ogunlesi went to King's College, Lagos Secondary School in Lagos State. He got a BA with first class honors in philosophy, politics, and economics from Oxford University in England. In 1979, Ogunlesi received JD MBA from Harvard Law School and Harvard Business School. During this time at Harvard, he was on the Harvard Law Review. Let me see if there's any other interesting information here. These are the things we need to talk about. These are things we should be talking more about, but you know how it goes. Who wants to talk about this? People that want success, okay? And we do want that here. We talk about the Prestige family. Of course, we want some success. Anyway, this is what I was looking for. In 2006, Global Infrastructure Partners bought London City Airport. In 2009, GIP acquired a majority in London Gatwick Airport in a deal worth £1.455 billion. The Nigerian press has given him the nickname the man who bought Gatwick Airport. Anybody can track all of this, right? Yeah. So that's why I said, I recall that name from once upon a time. I didn't know it was that far back, but this was apparently 2009. Which they bought in 12. Okay, so the man who bought Gatwick Airport, GIP also owns Edinburgh Airport, which they bought in 2012, and Nuovo Transporto Viaggio, something like that, which they bought in February 2018. In January 2024, BlackRock agreed to buy Adebayo Ogunlesi's GIP Partners for $12.5 billion. At 70, this man became a billionaire. How many people do you know right now that you've seen online trying to become a billionaire at the age of 30? Right? Where do you think most of them end up? Nowhere. Nowhere. It's a long game. But there are a couple of things I wanted us to pay attention to there, because all of this stuff is linked together. The marketplace is also controlled by emotions. I don't know if you knew that. Oh yeah, the marketplace is controlled by emotions. Oh yeah. They call them fear and greed. Okay, fear and greed, making us proud, right? Jibola knows Gatwick Airport. Yep. Mr. Ogunlesi is legit. Congratulations to him and his family. Yes. That is why we need to create legacy, generational wealth to our kids. Although this man has worked hard, his background also helped him. Yeah, he's been coming a long time. But he's probably been enjoying his life for a long time. This is just the time we're seeing it. Overnight success, it's really never overnight success, right? You're aware of that, right? So he's probably been coming a long time. We do know he's been buying airports for for as long as, right? So now, a lot of people chase after the titles, right? They don't do the work, but they want all the accolades that comes at the top. A lot of people do that. And most people are going to fall on the sidelines just like that. They're going to end up in a ditch because they keep chasing after titles and what everything looks like on the surface, but they keep avoiding the work, right? Or they keep coming up with talking points that basically never get anybody anywhere. The silent ones are the ones you need to watch, because you might just be finding out for the first time after 70 years that they've been actually enjoying this stuff for a while. But anyway, they gave him $3 billion from the report. They gave him $3 billion in cash, and he's going to get $9.5 billion worth of shares. Okay, there is somebody out there right now who think they are wiser than him. I promise you, and they want everything in cash. Give me all the money now. Give me all the money now, right? Now, the reality is that some may say, well, it's not really worth that much, after all. Well, first of all, it's collecting $3 billion, but he might have some other, liabilities against that $3 billion, and that's probably why they're settling at 2.3. It depends on how they do the math, right? But there's another $9.5 billion in shares, right? Now, obviously, to turn that to liquid, it's not beans. You can't just turn that to liquid overnight, right? But who wants to turn their assets to liquid overnight? That's usually indicative of some kind of crisis, right? Why would you want to be selling everything? Like, I want cash right now. People that think that way are people that are in crisis. Sometimes they're in mental crisis and they don't realize it yet, right? But there's a reason why you want all cash. When the successful ones, the ones that are building in life, what they focus on, they buy assets. Okay, they buy assets, not just income generating assets. Sometimes some of those assets they're kept for a long time. But of course, you want to have a good mix, diversity. You want to make sure you're able to, in case, because crisis is inevitable in life, right? Sometimes you need to liquidate some things, and you don't want to be stuck in a place where you're liquidating very cheaply. That's not what you want, right? But you also don't want to be in a place where all you have is cash, because your cash is also losing value in real time as we go, every microsecond, right? So this is a conversation that I would like to introduce here every now and then, as we go. I will taste it small. I will see. Now, if you guys want more of this, we can talk more about this. We'll rub minds together and continue to see how we can learn from this kind of stuff. But this is what the greats are doing in the world. And for you to attain this level of success at 70, with no drama, with no scandals, with no, it's a testament to the fact that the principles, they work. Now, we don't know what we don't know. We don't know what's going on in your personal life. What we see, I think he has 2 boys, maybe they're grown men now, 2 young men, and his wife. I don't care some people are like, you really don't know what is going on. If a man is able to keep his home together and there's no scandals, that is worth celebrating. And you don't have to say you know more about what's going on inside. You could say, well, he's done something well in keeping his house in order. Not just his house, obviously his business too. Worth billions of dollars now. There you have it, Mario said, we're ready. Love investment and personal finance. You do? Wow. Listen, I'm still learning myself, I still find myself in ditch every now and then. Listen, don't get me started with my story. Oh my God. But yes, I love talking about it. I've been a student of this all my life, literally. Okay. So we could talk more about that. We'll tease it in here and there, little by little, and then we'll take it from there. Jibola says, Burna Boy mentioned his name in his song Wonderful. Yes. I saw something about Burna Boy has always celebrated him in songs. Rather BlackRock than Nigerian government. Voila. BlackRock will own us all. The people that own us all, don't tell them I own them. There's a story. In fact, let me see if I can find that story. I hope I can find a story on this next segment. Let me see what my next segment is. It is the next segment. We must talk about this. Okay, let me wrap this up. Oh. Let me wrap this up. Dilo said, me too. Okay, all right, let's do it. All right. Let's just wrap this up right here. What else would you like to learn when it comes to personal finances, business, building empires, setting up legacies? What other topics would you like us to explore and continue to learn more about on this platform? Leave them in the comments when you're watching the replay later on. I would like to know so that we can plan around that. All right. I'll be right back in about 20 seconds.
It's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Make love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.